Hello friends, and welcome to this week's TarotScopes. We are doing the week of the 15th to the 21st of January 2024. I have two incredibly special decks on the table in front of me that we're going to work with today. This deck that I have over here is called the I Am Power, and it's an affirmation deck. So there are 108 cards in this deck. This is an incredibly old deck. I've had it for such a long time. There are 108 cards. There are 108 affirmations. So we're going to use that to draw an affirmation for each sign of the zodiac for the week ahead, just to set the tone of the reading, just to see, what is the best way to navigate and handle the week ahead. And then I am using a tarot deck which is brand new to my collection and one that I am so super excited about. This was a gift given to me this past week by a dear friend. It is the Roses and Lilies. It's a facsimile, it's an exact replica, a scanned copy of the original 1909 tarot. This deck has been aged, as you can see. It's got all that beautiful aging coloring to it, so it looks like it's old. It's fabulous, but it is just the original Rider-Waite-Smith system, although the colors have been brightened or just lightened ever so slightly, brightened up a little bit, and I think it's fabulous. I am so in love with this deck. So I thought, let's go old school. Let's go back to basics. Let's go back to simple this week. So that's why I thought we would do affirmations and we would do the basic tarot. If you are new here, welcome. If you are a loyal returning subscriber, welcome, extra special welcome to you. And to my members, you guys are amazing, and this is for you guys, this is for all of you. So TarotScopes, I record 12 individual readings that have the same format, using the same cards, using the same layout, but obviously the reading will be different. And the intention is that it gives you insight into the coming week. What are the kind of overarching energies? What are the lessons? What do you need to know? What do you need to do for the week ahead? TarotScopes are released at 8 a.m. South African time on a Sunday morning. If you are a channel member, you get access to them the day before when I record them hot off the press. And please, if you enjoy the content, if the video speaks to you, please consider giving it a thumbs up. Comments are always welcome, and if you haven't already done so, please hit that subscribe button. So friends, I'm going to stop chatting and shall we get straight into it, starting with Aries and then moving on to all the others. Also, just on that note, there will be timestamps below. So in the time bar over here, there will be timestamps to help you navigate. So if you are not Aries and you don't want to go straight into Aries, if you are any of the other zodiacs, you can click the timestamp and it'll take you straight to your zodiac. So you don't need to try and sift through all the unnecessary zodiacs just to get to your own one. All right, we're going to go and start with Aries. So hello and welcome to Aries. Let's get into your reading. I'm going to move those out of the way. Shuffling this, they're quite small, but they're also quite thick because there are 108 of them, so it can be quite a challenge. But let's give them a little shuffle. We're looking for a single card, Aries, that is going to be your affirmation for the week ahead. A single card that you can focus on daily, that you can focus on anytime you need to give you inspiration, to give you insight, motivation, and whatever you need. Okay, happy with that shuffle? Let's cut the deck over there, and I'm going to take a card off the top. So Aries, your affirmation for the week ahead is, I am Earth. So that's very, very interesting. Earth is grounded. Earth is the center, it's the core, it's our foundation, it's all of those kind of things. But, Aries, we are fire signs. So, fire and earth don't necessarily mix. But when I look at this card, I'm seeing all this, like, besides for that dark color, everything else seems to be very fiery colors. We've got a bit of brown here, sure, but we've got the reds, the yellows, the oranges that are coming through. So to me, that fire element is still there. But what does it mean when it says that I am Earth? I'm going to leave it over here, and I'm going to shuffle the tarot while we chat, Aries, just to kill two birds with one stone. I am Earth is basically saying, Aries, that this week you need to be the stable one. You need to be grounded. You need to be confident and secure in who you are, what you are, and why you are. You need to be the foundation to your own circumstances, but also to the circumstances for people around you. So you need to be the grounding element. You need to be the earth element. You need to be the stable one for everybody around you. It's also telling you to be very logical and practical. Okay, so if you find yourself sitting with a bit of a quandary, if you find yourself considering and processing life, trying to fathom something, trying to figure out, what is the best way to handle something, take a very logical, systematic kind of approach to it. And if you can do that, if you can be very earth and very grounded in your approach to everything, you may be quite pleasantly surprised as to how simple and easy situations actually are. So as soon as you get all fiery, especially this week, Aries, if you get all fiery, you are going to burn. Something is going to catch a light and something is going to burn. But if you stay quite earthy, quite grounded and quite stable, and almost, and I'm going to use this word, on purpose, like almost boring. If you stay, quite boring and quite safe this week, I definitely think it's going to see you through. I definitely think that would be good advice. So if you find yourself dealing with something this week, before you react, before you respond, just take a minute, slow yourself down, breathe, connect to your core and say, I am earth. And see yourself as this big solid rock that is unmovable, that is, that is the core of our foundations. And just see yourself connecting to earth and being one with earth. And then when you come back around and you start looking at your situation, you may be actually pleasantly surprised as to how easy it is to find solutions. All right, let's see what the tarot wants to add to I am earth. So the first card you have is the Six of Swords. The second, we have the Tower. Now we understand. We understand. And our final card we have is the Two of Wands. All right. So Aries, the Tower card obviously is the one. We don't like to see the Tower card because the Tower card tells you that there's going to be unexpected major change. Okay, unexpected kind of collapse of something. So when something goes wrong in life, we tend to, as a fire sign, we tend to fly off the handle. We tend to get over enthusiastic. We tend to get overexcited, and we tend to react before we've actually thought about it. And that's exactly the energy of the Tower. Okay, it is that energy of overreaction. It is that energy of OMG, kind of scream, run around like your head's been cut off kind of scenario. But let's just take a second to look at the two cards we have on either end. So the first one we have is the Six of Swords. And Aries, the Six of Swords is telling you that we're hoping for better futures. We're moving, we're making progress, we're advancing, we're going from A to B, and we're just hoping and praying that where we're heading is better than where we're leaving behind. Six of Swords is the card that says to you, sometimes we have to be brave enough to step away from something that was causing us pain and causing us harm and causing us discomfort. Sometimes we need to be brave enough to recognize that we haven't been happy, that we haven't been fulfilled, that we haven't been satisfied. And sometimes we have to be brave enough to take that step of progressing and moving, understanding that it might cause chaos. It might cause things that we've been so comfortable with to come collapsing down. But understanding, and this is where we bring in the Two of Wands. So Aries, you have control, you have choice, you have power, you have the ability. There he holds the world in his hand. And this is Spirit saying to you that you have the power to make the choices and the decisions that you want, that you need to. And you need to make them thinking only about yourself. What is right for you? So what does all of this mean for the week ahead? So bringing in the I am earth. Aries, the Spirit saying to you, just be very down to earth, be very practical, be very simplified in the way that you look at your challenges, the way that you look at your scenarios, the way that you look at your circumstances. Don't allow yourself to get carried away with things, and just take a very simple kind of approach to everything. Be rock steady, rock solid in your resolve, in your decisions. Don't let anybody push you around. Don't let anybody tell you, oh, but this and oh, but that. You're going to stay solid in your choice. It is time to progress. It is time to move. We're not going to panic about things going wrong, because actually when things go wrong, it's an opportunity to make choices and decisions that are going to allow us to find the happiness and the joy that we are looking for. So this week, Aries, things might not go according to plan, and it's how you respond to it that matters most. And know that you have freedom of choice, that you must stay secure in who and what you are, and if you can do that, everything is going to be fine. So Aries, wishing you and me a wonderful week ahead with love and blessings from my heart to yours. And until we connect again, take care. Hello and welcome, Taurus. Let's get into your reading and see what the week ahead has in store for you. So starting off with your affirmation. So this is the I Am Power affirmation deck. Just giving it a single shuffle. Let's cut the deck and see which is the affirmation that you need to work with for the week ahead. So Taurus, your affirmation is, I am me. Oh, I love that. I am me. So I'm going to leave it there while we chat about it, and I'm going to shuffle the tarot just to kill two birds with one stone. So Taurus, immediate thing, the first thing that comes to me with that is about just being you, just standing your ground, not trying to please anybody, not trying to, do what other people expect of you, what other people want of you, to just first of all embrace yourself in its entirety, to not try and copy somebody or be like somebody, but to recognize the strengths of who you are and to just embrace that, to just be proudly you. I had a conversation with a friend yesterday, and we were talking about proudly South African, and that is something that all of us South Africans hold very dear to our hearts. It doesn't matter where you are in the world. If you are a South African, you are proudly South African. And when things get really bad, proudly South African really steps to the fore, and South Africans really rally together. And what does that mean? It means, even though we are all different, we stand for the same thing. When you recognize who you are, it's about being proudly you. It's about being brave enough and confident enough to express yourself, to be who you are, regardless of the situation, the circumstance, regardless of what other people's expectations are. Because you know what? When people have expectations of you, it's what's right for them. It's what suits them. It's what's going to make their lives easier. Even though they say they have your best interest at heart, oopsie, most of the time they don't have your best interest at heart. Most of the time it's only about what they think is right for you, but they're not living your life. They are not you. So Taurus, this week, you are going to have to be bravely, boldly, uniquely you. And if you find yourself in a situation where, you're needing to make some tough decisions, or you're needing to deal with things, in a way, just take a minute and just keep repeating to yourself, I am me. But say it with conviction, say it with passion, say it with enthusiasm. I am me. And be brave, be confident, be proud of that. Let's see what the tarot wants to add to that, Taurus. Okay, so we have the Seven of Pentacles. Oh, beautiful. We have the Sun card. Always good to see the Sun card. And we have the Hanged Man. Oh, this is interesting. All right, so Taurus, what this is saying to you. Perseverance, patience, etc. Putting in the effort, doing all the grudge work as such. And I think this is who you are. You've been working on yourself for a very long time. You've been constantly trying to improve yourself, constantly trying to better yourself, and doing everything in your power to get yourself to that point of where you can be happy and proud. And this is it. This is Spirit saying to you, you're almost at that point. You're almost at that point where you're ready to reap what you have sown. Okay, you're ready to reap the rewards of all your past efforts in creating yourself to be the way that you are. The Sun card is telling you about happiness and joy and success and abundance. And the Sun card is telling you to really and truly, like the sun shines so bright, and like you can't avoid the sun. Even when it is overcast, the sun still shines through and still brightens the day, still illuminates. And this is what you need to do. You need to stand so proudly confident in yourself, understanding the work that you've already put into who you are. And you need to be standing so happy and so proud. And no matter what you're facing, no matter what is happening in your life at the moment, you need to just be proud and stand tall and stand, shine brightly, no matter what the circumstances. But understanding that, life gives us the opportunity to see things differently. So you're going to find yourself this week in having situations and experiences that might be a little bit unusual, that might be a little bit, not normal. And basically what you're going to do is you're going to just go with the flow. You're going to take a different look at things. You're going to look at things from a different perspective. You're going to allow yourself to see things from a different vantage point. And you're going to say to yourself, you know what, sometimes in life we have to make some sacrifices. Sometimes in life we have to forego certain things. But I've done that. I've done all the work. I've been there, done that, got the t-shirt. And the person that you are right now this week, Taurus, is somebody that you should be incredibly, immensely proud of. And no matter what's going on, like, you need to say, okay, you know what, I'm just going to stand here and be myself. I'm going to look at things in whichever way that I choose, and I'm going to see things for what they are, but I'm going to not adjust myself to suit the situation. The situation needs to see me in all my glory. And because I have done all the work, and I am proud of the person that I am. So Taurus, please keep your head held high this week. Don't see it as being boastful. Don't see it as being egotistical. I'm obviously not encouraging arrogance, but I am encouraging confidence. There is such a difference. And you know what? This is your week to shine. This is your week to shine. This is your week to be seen, to be acknowledged. So don't hide in the shadows. Stand up, stand forward, be seen, be acknowledged, and be proud of who you are. I do wish you an amazing week ahead with love and blessings from my heart to yours. And until we connect again, take care, Taurus. Hello and welcome, Gemini. Let's get into your reading and see what does this week ahead have in store for you. So we're going to start off with our affirmation cards this week. Let's give them just a single shuffle. Oh, if they can connect, there we go. And we're going to draw a single card that's going to be your affirmation for the week ahead. There we have. So Gemini, let's have a look. What is the affirmation for your week ahead? You've got, I am secure. Beautiful. I am secure. And you know what? When you say that, you need to feel it. When I look at the ink blob in the background, obviously we're seeing a bit of a flower thing here. I'm seeing some roots coming down, and that's exactly what it is. It's about understanding that, you are above, you are flourishing, you are growing, you are succeeding, you are amazing. And yes, you can sway in the wind as necessary, but your roots are what are keeping you anchored, keeping you secure. So I'm going to leave that card over there while I shuffle the tarot. So what this is saying to you, Gemini, and we're going to see what the tarot has to say, but this is saying to you that you may experience some unnerving kind of disruptive kind of things that may happen for you this week, which may leave you feeling a little bit insecure, may leave you feeling a little bit vulnerable. And what you're going to need to do is, when you're facing those situations, you're going to have to just look at them, take a minute, breathe, okay? Exhale, breathe in, exhale again, and then remind yourself, I am secure. I am secure. So it doesn't matter how hard the wind blows. You are not going to get uprooted, okay? No matter how much wind there is, how much, what's the word I'm looking for? How much chaos there is around you, you are secure. You are not going to bend. You are not going to fall. You are not going to break. And you've got to keep reminding yourself this week. So you may get tested this week. Your resolve may get tested this week. Your, perception of yourself may get tested this week. And the thing that's important is to constantly remind yourself that no matter what's going on, no matter how scary it gets, no matter how daunting it is, to keep reminding yourself how secure you are and how everything is actually going to be okay. All right, let's see what the tarot wants to add. Gemini, card number 1, there we go. You see, that's the chaos coming through. We have the 3 of Swords. Card number 2, we have the High Priestess. I'm loving that energy. And, oh, I love it, the King of Pentacles as well. So, this is the card of heartbreak. It's the card of pain and suffering. It's the card of feeling some kind of a negative emotion, okay? So this is the wind blowing. This is the wind blowing. Let's call it like a mild tornado. Mild. So this is the wind blowing. This is the chaos that's coming through. You can see the clouds and the rain, and this is going to cause you to start blowing. And it might be, quite wild blowing. High Priestess, Gemini, she is about the inner knowing. She holds the scroll of knowledge at, on her lap. She has all the knowledge and all the understanding and all the information that she needs. She carries it with her. She holds it with her, okay? And the High Priestess is basically saying to you, trust in yourself. Trust and believe in your own abilities. Trust and believe in your own security. Keep reminding yourself, I am secure. This is about not sharing your knowledge, your insight, and your information with other people. High Priestess, she holds all the secrets. This is her scroll of secrets, a scroll of knowledge, a scroll of understanding. But she's not very quick to give it to anybody, to share it with anybody. She doesn't tell everybody the contents of it. She only gives them what they need. So if somebody only needs a single word, she will only give a single word. If somebody needs a sentence, she will give a sentence, but she only gives what is absolutely needed. She keeps it to herself so that when she needs the information, it is readily available to her. And that is what makes her feel secure. That is what gives her the courage and the confidence to deal with life in the way that she needs to deal with life. So Gemini, even though things may be a little bit scary, even though things may go wrong, even though there may be uncertainty, even though there may be a little bit of pain and suffering, the wind is going to blow, you need to stay steadfast in your belief that you are going to be okay, because you are. How do we know that? Well, you've got the King of Pentacles. He is the okayest of the okayest. You know what? He is living the life. I mean, to put it in a very mild sense, he is living the life. He has everything his heart desires and then some. He has overcome, the greatest wars, and he has, he is victorious in everything that he's achieved. And he has an abundance like nobody else does. He has control over his dominion. He has control over his kingdom. He has control over everything in his life. And he's confident. He's not arrogant, but he's certainly confident. He is secure in the securest of ways. So Gemini, what is Spirit saying to you? Spirit is saying to you that for this week, when things aren't quite fabulous, when things aren't quite going the way that you had hoped or the way that you had wanted, you need to dig deep within yourself to find your truth, to find the answers, but you need to stand secure in the belief that you are okay and that you will be okay, and that no matter how much the wind blows, your roots, your anchor is going to keep you secure and keep you safe no matter what. So don't try to do more than is absolutely necessary. So don't over prepare for the coming troubles. Don't do anything more than you absolutely need to, because the truth of the matter is you're strong. The truth of the matter is you're okay, and the truth of the matter is you are secure. So just keep reminding yourself, I am secure. I am secure. The wind can blow and I may sway, but my anchor, my roots are going to hold me in place. So Gemini, wishing you just the best week ever, with love and blessings from my heart to yours. And until we connect again, take care. Hello and welcome to all my Cancerians. Let's get into your reading and see what does this week have in store for you. So we're giving the I Am Power affirmation cards just a single shuffle, putting them all together to see what is the affirmation, what is the energy of the week ahead for you. All right, so Cancerians, here we have our single card. Just putting the others out of the way. Your affirmation for the week ahead is, I am learning. Oh, I like that. I am learning. Oh, what are we learning this week, Cancerians? That's going to be interesting. Right, I'm going to leave it over there, and I want to give the tarot a shuffle while we chat about learning. So obviously when we see learning, it's about gaining insight, gaining knowledge, gaining understanding, gaining comprehension. It is gaining stuff that is going to assist you and help you moving forward with your life. Learning is something that we should never finish. We should never stop. We should never not be doing. No matter what your circumstance, no matter what your situation, no matter what your career, your living, your personal life, no matter what your circumstances, learning is something that we should all be doing every single day. I had a mentor many years ago who said to me that if you don't learn 5 new things in a day, the day has been wasted. And at the time I thought, oh gosh, what a load of nonsense. But really speaking, we can learn 5 new things. It doesn't have to be, a degree level, master level kind of information. Sometimes we can learn about a plant in our garden. Sometimes we can learn about, wildlife, animals. Sometimes we can learn something about another person. Maybe you can try a new cooking method, a new spice. So that it doesn't have to be the hard, difficult stuff. And once I had sort of recognized and realized that, it really changed my perception. And I must admit, I don't do it every day, but a lot of days when I do my nighttime gratitude, and give gratitude for the day that I've had, and process, all the lessons and the learning, I often do ask myself, right, what were my 5 things that I learned today? And, sometimes the things that I learn are that people are not nice, that certain people are, whatever. So it doesn't always have to be a positive. Sometimes we can, because learning the truth about a situation, isn't always pleasant, isn't always fun, but sometimes it is absolutely necessary. So you look like Cancerians. We're going to see what the tarot wants to add, but it certainly looks like this is going to be a week for you to learn 5 new things every single day, and to see the impact that has on your life. But let's see what the tarot wants to say. So card number 1 we have is the 5 of Pentacles, which is all about learning and lessons. We have High Priestess. Oh, that's interesting. She just came out for Gemini. And we also have the Queen of Pentacles. All right, this is interesting. So let's start with the 5 of Pentacles. So 5 of Pentacles is often in the tarot community what we refer to as the poverty card. It's the card of lack, it's the card of not having, and it's the card of feeling disconnected and separated from everybody else. Okay, so if you look at the 2 people that we have, they certainly look like they are living a life of poverty. They certainly look like they are not happy. They certainly look like that they are not okay. They are outside in the snow. It's cold, their clothes are tattered and torn. This person's got an injury, they've got a bandage across their head, and they've got a broken foot. They're on crutches. This one, as I said, is barefoot. So life is really, really difficult. But then we look in the background and we see this illuminated, what looks like a church window. And what that church window represents, it represents warmth, safety, security, a hot meal, all of those kind of things. So these 2 people, yes, they are suffering right now. Yes, they are in the outside. But if they just found courage within themselves to knock on the door of the church and say, help me, may I come in? May I come in to warm up? May I come in to sleep? They may be pleasantly surprised as to what assistance awaits them. But they are stubborn, and they keep walking around the outside because they're waiting for somebody to call them in, instead of taking that first step and walking up to the door. So the learning here is that sometimes, even though you are suffering, even though you are going without, that maybe it's your own fault. Maybe you've done something to create the situation, and to recognize and to understand that you are the only one who can change your circumstances. And the only way that you're going to change your circumstances is by taking the first step towards a better life for yourself. The High Priestess, she confirms all of that 100%. So the High Priestess, she has on her lap over here, she holds the Scroll of Torah. And the Scroll of Torah it has all the secrets, it has all the answers, it has all the information that any of us need about life. So she's not willingly throwing this information around. She's holding it very much to herself, okay? But whenever she needs anything from that scroll, whenever anybody needs anything from that scroll, she will give and share appropriately. The key word there is appropriately, because she knows that information at the wrong time, in the wrong hands, for the wrong reason, can create bad situations. So she has learned, okay, and she's now at a point where she is being honest and truthful with herself. And she also realizes that just because a person wants something doesn't mean that it's the right time to give it to them. So it is about understanding, and again, it's the learning about when is it the right time to do a thing, to have a thing, to be a thing, to see a thing, to know a thing. Okay, the High Priestess, she represents you here, Cancerian, and she's saying to you, please be very much aware of the information that you have within yourself, the truth that lies within. So if you are suffering, if you are feeling like you are on the outside while everybody else is on the inside, you need to be honest with yourself around that, and be honest with yourself and say, am I being stubborn? Am I being foolish? Or what is the situation? Honesty is your only answer here in order to change. And that is where the learning comes from, because learning starts by truth. We have Queen of Pentacles. So she is the nurturer. She is the one who takes care of. She is the person that when you walk into a home, she has a hot plate of food ready to put on the table for you. She is always ready to take care of. She's always ready to help, to be kind, to be generous, to be of assistance. And we know, Cancerians, that that's you, isn't it? We know that that's who you are. You're always wanting to give to others. You're always wanting to protect others, to take care of others. But if it's keeping you on the outside, if it's keeping you in pain and suffering, if it's keeping you with a lack, then we need to shift this dynamic. We need to learn how to balance our needs with the needs of others. And the High Priestess says, you know exactly that. You know that. It's time to bring everything into balance. And it's time for you to learn how much is enough and how much is too much. And that's the lesson, the experience of the week ahead. This week is going to be interesting because this lesson is going to be played out for you many times over. Very, very interesting, Cancerians. All right. Sending you all so much love and many blessings from my heart to yours. And until we connect again, take care. Hello and welcome to all Leos. Let's get into your reading and see what does this week have in store for you. So Leo, we're starting off with shuffling the I Am Power affirmation cards, just giving them a single shuffle. And let's see, one card that's going to be your affirmation, your overall energy for the week ahead. So your affirmation for the week ahead, Leo, is I love it. Oh my gosh, look at you go. I am awesome. Oh, I love it. Oh my gosh, Leo, that is just so you. That is so you. I love it. Absolutely love it. So this is clearly going to be a week where you were just going to be awesome. You were just going to be amazing. Like, should I just stop the reading now, Leo? Should I just like move on to Virgo? Do you have everything you need to know for the week ahead? I'm joking. All right. Let's see what the tarot wants to add to that, because maybe there's a situation that may come up that where you will be reminded of being awesome. Maybe you've forgotten. I think that might be what it is. Hey Leo, maybe you've forgotten how awesome you truly are. Maybe you need a little reminder. All right, let's give the tarot just one more shuffle, and then we will lay it out and see, where is this awesome? What is this awesome? What does Spirit need you to know? How do you need to be awesome this week? Okay, let's cut the deck. All right, Leo, card number 1. We have King of Pentacles. He is awesome. Like honestly. He is awesome. All right. We have the 8 of Wands. And we have the 2 of Wands. Oh, okay. So now things obviously make a little bit more sense, don't they? Well, for me anyway. I'll give you the insight now. So Leo, we have King of Pentacles. And as I said to you, King of Pentacles, he is awesome. He is the epitome of awesome. Why? Because he lives a lavish, fantastic, phenomenal, awesome life. He has everything his heart desires, from riches to people, to circumstance, to situations, to food. Like anything his heart desires, he has in an abundance. And he's not arrogant with it. He's not, he's not full of himself with it. He's actually quite chilled. He's actually quite laid back. He's actually quite awesome. So this is confirmation, Leo, that, if we think about the zodiac sign Leo. Leo is represented by the lion. And lions are the king of the jungle, you know. Everybody looks up to them, everybody reveres them, everybody, you know, has a lot of admiration for them, okay? And this is who you are. You are natural born leaders, Leo. You know, you are the person who's always up front and doing things and guiding people and, you know, driving people, moving people towards being awesome themselves. But you have to be awesome first before anybody else can be awesome. So King of Pentacles is basically just an acknowledgement and a confirmation that you already have everything that you need to be awesome, to be exactly who and what you need to be, all right? These two are quite interesting because what we've got over here, Leo, is the Eight of Wands. Now, if you imagine, you can see that we've got quite a serene kind of situation here. We've got beautiful lands, we've got a beautiful little river running through, the sky is clear, but then we have these 8 wands, these 8 sticks that seem to be flying through the sky. If you imagine somebody standing down here with a bow and arrow and they have shot these sticks into the sky. So they've already started their journey. They already part through, okay? Right now, the person who fired, who initiated, who triggered their path, they no longer have any control over where these sticks go. So they initiated the movement, they initiated the action, and yes, they may have aimed and they may have factored in weather and wind and, you know, distance and blah, 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 blah. But as soon as they have triggered, they have no more control. And now these sticks are just flying through the sky and we have to wait to see where they land. So as much as we have done everything in our power to initiate, to help them to get to where they need to be, we actually can't really confirm, guarantee that they will land where we want them to land. We hope and we, you know, we have expectations, but the truth is we have to be patient and wait and see. So Leo, what is this basically saying to you? It's basically saying to you that you have triggered events in your life that haven't quite come into play yet, but they will. And at this stage, it's a case of just waiting to see where they land. And once you know where they land, we jump to the Two of Wands, which is about making choices. Two of Wands, here he stands at the top of his castle. Down the bottom over here is his kingdom, okay? So he is elevated, he is above his kingdom. Why? Because he is awesome. He is holding the globe, the world in one hand. He's looking out to sea. And he's trying to decide for himself, do I stay or do I go? Is this where I want to be, or do I want to go exploring and experiencing another location? Okay, so the message here for you, Leo, for this week is to acknowledge the power that you have, the authority that you have, the abilities that you have, to understand that you've already triggered change in your life. It's in motion. We literally just have to wait to see when it lands. But once it lands, you are going to have to face some really hard choices and decisions. And when facing those choices and decisions, keep reminding yourself how awesome you are. Keep reminding yourself how wonderful, amazing, how powerful, how strong, how fabulous you are. And when you make your choice, you don't want to make your choice factoring in the people from your kingdom. You want to make your choice factoring yourself, your needs, wants, and desires, because you matter. You are important. If you are not okay, the people that you support will never be okay. So you have to take care of yourself first, but you also have to realize that you deserve everything that's coming your way. So Leo, this looks like it's going to be a very interesting week for you. If you find yourself pondering, questioning, uncertain about anything, just stop, close your eyes, breathe, and repeat to yourself, I am awesome. I am awesome. I am awesome. Leo, I wish you just the most awesome week ahead with love and blessings from my heart to yours. And until we connect again, take care. Hello and welcome, Virgo. Let's get into your reading and see what does this week ahead have in store for you. So Virgo, we're starting with the I Am Power affirmation cards. Let's give them a shuffle. We're looking for a single card that's going to be your affirmation for the week ahead. Right, let's cut the deck. And let's see, your affirmation for the week ahead, Virgo, is I am throat. All right, so we're looking at our chakra system, and this is your throat chakra, which is obviously located in your throat. Your throat chakra, excuse the noise, your throat chakra is dealing with your communication and your self-expression. I'm going to shuffle the tarot while we chat about throat chakra. So Virgo, that's basically saying to you that for the week ahead, it's going to be all about communication. It's going to be all about expression. It's going to be all about understanding and comprehension. Because one thing we need to understand about communication is that communication is not just about putting the message out there. Communication is about understanding comprehension. So when we talk about I am throat, it is about, you know, voicing yourself, expressing yourself, getting your words out the way that you want and need them to, but it's also about ensuring that the recipient of your communication has understood the message that you are giving. So communication is very much a two-way street. It's about the giving and it's about the receiving. So, but this, because it's your throat, because you are throat, it's about the communication that you are giving. So you may find this week, Virgo, that you're going to have to express yourself probably in ways that have not been comfortable for you in the past. Maybe you're going to have to say things that are uncomfortable for you to say, but it is about expressing your feelings, your needs, your wants, and your desires. But let's see what the tarot wants to contribute to that. Tarot card number 1, we have the 4 of Pentacles. I understand that. Second card we have is the 7 of Swords. This is getting very interesting. And then we have the Ace of Pentacles. Okay, so this is fabulous. All right, Virgo. So we have, and I'm gonna be a little bit tongue-in-cheek here, okay? I'll explain obviously in a little bit more detail in a second, but to be a little bit tongue-in-cheek, hold on to what you have. Take what is available to you, and there will be new opportunities. So it's but very much, I'm going to call it very much selfish, okay? Very much self-focused, very much aware of you and you only, all right? And this is where the expression comes from. This is where the communication and the throat chakra comes from. So starting off with our 4 of Pentacles. As you can see, this man, he has separated himself from town. He's quite far from town. He's quite far from the people. Why? Because he's got a very healthy dose of paranoia. He's got his money under his feet. He's got one balancing on his head, and he's holding one here by his heart, his throat area, okay? Basically what he's doing is he is holding on to everything that he feels is valuable to him. He is not spending a penny. He's holding on to his money. He doesn't want to share with anybody. He doesn't want to give to anybody. He's like, it's mine, it's mine, it's mine. And I'm thinking, Virgo, you need to start expressing what it is that is yours, what it is that is uniquely yours. What is it that people are trying to take from you that you don't want to share, that you don't want to give, that you don't want to let them have? You need to start expressing, actually, no, you cannot take that last slice of cake. It's mine. Or you can say, I don't want to do that for you. I don't want to help you with that. I don't want to give you that of my time or whatever it may be. But you need to hold on to what you feel is relevant, significant, and valuable to you. And you need to express how you are not ready or not prepared or not willing to share. And you know what, Virgo, it's okay. You do not have to give of yourself all the time. You do not have to be giving to everybody all the time. It's okay to keep things for yourself. And you know what? It's actually okay to take from other people instead. All right, so here we have the 7 of Swords. And 7 of Swords, here we have this person who has grabbed an opportunity to steal. Okay, now I know stealing is bad and we're not encouraging anybody to steal, but what he's doing is he's seen an opportunity where there's all these swords that have been standing. and everybody's in these tents and everybody's having a good time. And maybe he's been asking for these swords for a long time. Maybe he's been bartering for these swords for a long time, and nobody was listening to him. Nobody was hearing him. So now an opportunity has presented itself, and he's like, you know what? I'm taking it. I'm grabbing it. And that's the energy that I need to encourage you to do this week, Virgo, to see an opportunity, not to steal, but to take what is rightfully yours. Okay? To hold on to what is rightfully yours, but to take what is rightfully yours from others. That might be time. That might be a tangible thing. It may be it could be anything. It could be absolutely anything. But it's about taking what is rightfully yours and expressing it, communicating it, and not be afraid or ashamed to say so, to do so. Okay? Ace of Pentacles steps forward here, Virgo, and Ace of Pentacles is about, once we've walked this journey and once we've stepped through this garden gate, suddenly there's a whole new world that awaits you, a whole new prosperous world that awaits you. Because Ace of Pentacles is about new growth, new opportunities for growth that are coming. But this is not going to be possible if you're not able to express that you don't want people to take from you and that you want to take from others. So this is a week for you to stand up and be noticed. This is a week for you to speak your mind. This is a week for you to put people in their place, Virgo. All right? And if you can do that this week, it's going to open up amazing opportunities next week, the week after, and in your future. But none of that is possible if you do not speak up around what you like, what you don't like, what you want, and what you don't want. Very interesting week for you, Virgo. Sending you, as always, so much love and many blessings from my heart to yours. And until we connect again, take care. Libra, hello and welcome. Let's get into your reading and see what this week ahead has in store for you. So we're going to start with our affirmation cards, our I Am Power affirmation cards, single shuffle, looking for a single card that is going to be your affirmation for the week ahead. There we go. Right, put those aside. All right, Libra, your affirmation for the week ahead is I am peace. Oh, I love that, and I'm sure you do too, because this just ties in so beautifully with Libra energy, doesn't it? You guys are all about peace. You're all about harmony. You're all about tranquility, and that's exactly what your affirmation is. So you might need a reminder of that this week. I'm going to shuffle the tarot while we chat. You might find that we're going to see obviously what the tarot says, but you might find this week that you need to be constantly reminding yourself that you are all about the harmony and the peace and the tranquility, that you might have to be constantly reminding yourself that you're not about the chaotic energy, that you're not about the imbalances, that you are about peace. And when I imagine peace, I imagine tranquil, I imagine calm, I imagine, all of those kind of good things. So we're going to see now what the week has in store for you, but this is definitely going to be a week where you're going to have to be reminding yourself about who you are, what you stand for, what you represent, what is it that you like, and what it is that feels good to you. All right, let's see. Tarot card number 1, we have the 2 of Cups, which is about partnership and togetherness. We also have the 6 of Wands, which is about success and victory. And, oh, there we go. You see, I knew it was too good to be true. We have the 10 of Swords, which is about being stabbed in the back, pain and discomfort, giving up. So this is interesting, Libra. So this is who you are, okay? This is on a normal day, on an ordinary kind of thing. This is who you represent. This is what you stand for. This is how your life is. It's about togetherness, union, partnership, sharing, equal exchange of togetherness. Like I give, you give. I scratch your back, you scratch my back. It's about that kind of togetherness, because that's what you stand for, that's what you represent, Libra. And then knowing that everybody needs to win, everybody needs to succeed, and everybody needs to celebrate in that success, everybody needs to revel in that success. So this is your standard, this is your normal, but this cannot happen when that happens, right? This cannot happen. You cannot have all, you know, happiness and roses and, you know, champagne and whatever, when things have hit rock bottom. Now, the interesting thing here, I have to say to you, Libra, unfortunately, this is not real life. As much as it's what you aim for, as much as it's what you strive for, as much as it's what we all hope for in life. But the truth of the matter is, the reality of the situation is, life does sometimes knock us down. And it's how we react and respond when we are knocked down that matters. And when you are at your lowest, when you are lying there feeling like, I just don't want to do this anymore, when you are lying there feeling as if it's all just too much and you don't want to have the experience anymore, that's when you need to keep reminding yourself, I am peace. And the image I have in my head is like actually sitting in a lotus position and, you know, just going, closing your eyes, putting your hands sort of by your shoulders, opening your heart chakra and just going, I am peace. I am peace. Because love is the answer. Peace is the answer. Love and peace, they go hand in hand. When people have done you a dirty, because that's what this is about, when people have done you a dirty, your reaction and your response determines how quickly you recover. Not how quickly the situation goes away, but how quickly you recover. Because Libra, you are all about the love. You are all about the happiness and the joy and the harmony and all of that kind of thing. So if you harbor ill feelings, if you try and retaliate, if you try and do payback, if you try and, you know, prove a point, you're just adding to the situation. We're not saying ignore it. We're not saying ignore it and walk away. But what Spirit is saying to you, Libra, is just keep reminding yourself, no matter how hard it is, no matter how tough it is, no matter how scary everything is, just keep reminding yourself that I am peace. I am peace. Because, to explain the Ten of Swords, yes, he has got 10 swords stabbed in his torso, from his neck all the way down to his buttocks. There are 10 swords that have pierced him. It's not fun. He has laid there for quite some time already. He is not dead. He is lying there and he is just sort of waiting for inspiration, for somebody to help him. He's waiting for something. And if we look in the back, can you see this yellow band of color at the back there? This is nighttime. This is the dawning of a new day. And as he's lying there, and his head is facing that way, so he's watching the sun come up. And he knows that with the sunrise, with the dawning of a new day, comes new opportunity, comes help, comes assistance, comes change. And this is what, while you're waiting for the sun to come up, while you're lying there waiting for the situation to change, keep reminding yourself, I am peace, I am peace, I am peace. With love and admiration in your heart for yourself. And once the sun is up, your circumstance will seem very different. Everything will appear very different and options will be available to you. And that's when you can make good, honest choices and decisions for yourself. So Libra, interesting week for you. Do not lie there and give up. Be patient, wait, see it through, focus on love, focus on harmony, focus on victory, and keep telling yourself, I am peace. I am peace. And if you can do that, you will step out of your predicament and into a better and happier circumstance. With love and blessings from my heart to yours. And until we connect again, take care, Libra. Hello and welcome, Scorpio. Let's get into your reading and see what does this week ahead have in store for you. All right, so Scorpio, I am shuffling the I Am Power affirmation cards. We're looking for a single card that is going to be your affirmation for the week ahead. All right, let's cut the deck and take a card. So Scorpio, the affirmation for you for the week ahead is, I am patient. Scorpio, are you? Are you patient? Can you be patient? Oh, that's interesting. All right. I'm going to leave that card there. I'm going to shuffle the tarot while we chat about I am patient. So Scorpio, the first thing that comes to me is that this week you're going to find your patience being tested. You are going to find yourself needing to remind yourself over and over and again how patient you are. You know, you're going to have to keep reminding yourself that, oh, no, I'm patient, I can wait, I can be kind, I can be, you know, I can be all those things that I need to be. So yeah, I know, you know, patience is a virtue, of course. And patience, I think we all have patience, different forms or different amounts of patience, depending on the situation. All right. So that's the first thing that sort of jumps out at me, is the fact that, like, personally, you know, I'm not a Scorpio, but I am a Scorpio moon. So emotionally, I'm very much a Scorpio. And yeah, sometimes I can be incredibly patient around certain situations, but in others, I'm like, nope, not patient at all. So it'll be interesting to see from the tarot where this patience is needed, required, or where it's going to show its head. But so far, what I can say to you, Scorpio, is as you go through this week and as things unfold and as things happen, you're going to find your patience tested on various different levels, and you're going to find yourself needing to remind yourself, I am patient, I can wait, it's all going to be okay, I'm not worried, I'm not anything. Let's see what the tarot wants to add. So card number 1 we have is Judgment, and of course judgment and patience go hand in hand. We also have the King of Cups, which is control of emotions, and we have, oh, interesting, the 7 of Swords. All right, Scorpio, so Judgment is basically saying to you, you know, when we have to remind ourselves that we are patient, it is because we are judging a situation, a circumstance, a person, a whatever it is, okay? So Judgment is basically, and if you look at the artwork here, if we look at the card in particular, we have these people who are completely naked because they are being completely transparent. They're not hiding anything. They're being completely who they are. And here they stand in all their glory, and they're allowing the angel of judgment, who is blowing on the trumpet. In South Africa, we call it a vuvuzela. They're blowing on the vuvuzela and basically saying, are you good? Are you bad? Stand in judgment. Let me decide whether you deserve happiness or not. So, and each person, the fact that they've got their arms open is like saying, you know, judge me, judge me. There is no fear. There is absolutely no fear. It's only us humans that have put a negative connotation on judgment. But judgment is also about patience, because sometimes judgment takes time. Sometimes we don't get answers and results immediately. Sometimes when we stand in judgment, we have to be patient while we wait for, you know, the investigation, if I can call it that, for things to unfold in their own time. So you're going to find yourself this week either giving the judgment or being on the receptive, on the receiving end of that, but being patient, needing to be patient, waiting for an outcome. So that's the way that I'm interpreting this for you, Scorpio, is that this week is Judgment Week. There is an outcome, there is a final result that you are waiting for, and this is Spirit saying to you that you are going to have to be patient waiting for that. And I know in South Africa this week we have our matriculants getting their results of their matric exams from last year. So Scorpio, if you're out there waiting for matric results or waiting for your children's matric results, patience. All right, I'm one of those parents waiting for matric results. So right, we have King of Cups. King of Cups, as I said earlier on, is about control of emotions. So if we look at the artwork here, he sits on his little concrete block in the middle of a very turbulent ocean. There are fishes jumping out of the water. There are ships that are, you know, being completely topsy-turvy because of the waves. You can see the waves here by his feet. But he is rock solid steady. Nothing wavers. Nothing causes him to emotionally wobble, okay? He is completely strong in his resolve of emotions. Nothing wavers, nothing wobbles him. And again, that is patience, isn't it? That is about, you know, understanding the right time for the right things. It's about understanding that you're not going to allow yourself to get carried away emotionally until it is the absolute right time to do that. And this is about just understanding that no matter how much chaos there is around you, no matter how many people are, you know, having whatever emotions they're having, it is about staying completely rock steady in your resolve, in your emotions. We also then have the Seven of Swords. And the Seven of Swords is an interesting card. My interpretation of the Seven of Swords, Scorpio, is about strategy and planning. And we know that Scorpio is really good at strategy and planning, okay? And that's exactly what that Seven of Swords is saying to you. It's saying to you, you know what you want to achieve, you know what you need to achieve, but you also know that you're not going to get it done until the timing is right. So that brings in the patience again, because this is Spirit saying, have your plan, know exactly what it is you're going to do, when you're going to do it, how you're going to do it, etc. Remain rock solid, steady in your emotions around the situation, in the build up to the situation, but knowing that you have to wait until that perfect right moment before you execute the plan, because if you jump ahead too quickly, your plan is going to fail. So the judgment is here. We need to make sure that we are being completely open and transparent in what we're doing, how we're doing it, why we're doing it, etc. We need to be patient, because there is a right time and there is a wrong time, and you need to make sure that your actions and your behaviors are all happening at the right time. So patience is definitely needed this week to achieve your goals, to achieve the things that you want and need to achieve this week. Don't rush in. Don't do anything without a solid plan this week. And timing is everything, Scorpio. Timing is everything. If you want to succeed, timing, timing, timing. Patience, patience, patience. With love and blessings from my heart to yours. And until we connect again, take care. Hello and welcome, Sag. Let's get into your reading and see what does this week ahead have in store for you. So Sag, starting off with the I Am Power affirmation deck, just giving it a single shuffle. We're looking for a card that is going to be your affirmation for the week ahead. Shuffled, cut, take a card off the top as always. So Sagittarius, your affirmation for the week ahead is I am Crown. Oh, that is lovely. I know the colors on screen, this looks quite red, but it's actually more of a muted purple. Okay, more of a muted purple. And this, when we talk about crown, it's not about a king's crown or a queen's crown. It's about your crown chakra. Your crown chakra, which sits at the top of your head, at the highest point on your head, is your crown chakra. So that is something that you are going to use as your affirmation for the week ahead. I'm going to shuffle the tarot while I chat. So your crown chakra deals with your connection to spirit. Your crown chakra is where we dish out and where we receive inspiration. It is, as I said, our connection to the divine, our connection to God's source, our connection to other people. It all happens through crown chakra. Crown chakra is your highest of high. It is the connection. It's the thing that separates your spirit from your physical, okay? Because your crown chakra is your last of your physical earthbound chakra energies. Thereafter, we go into the spiritual element. So the crown chakra is the thing that separates your physical from your spiritual. It is also where you receive, as I said, your spiritual connections. So this week is going to be all about that for you, Sagittarius. You're going to have experiences and situations that are going to make you question your faith, or maybe, just look into your faith to gather insight, inspiration, and understanding. Maybe you're going to have some kind of a spiritual experience. Let's see what the tarot wants to add to I Am Crown. So the first card we have is the card of the World. Oh, that is interesting. We also then have, I like it, the Nine of Pentacles. And we have the Knight of Pentacles. Okay, so Sag, this is fascinating. I'm giggling at myself because I say that all the time. But it is. All right, we have the World card. And Sag, the World card is about culmination. It's about the completion of one cycle in order to begin the next. And Crown is where we have our understanding of life, our epiphanies of life, about, as I said, it's the connection between our human and our spirit. That is where what the crown represents. And when life is full of lessons, and life is full of these journeys that we go on. And every journey we go on leads us to the next journey. So when we complete one, it immediately puts us into the position of starting the next one. So it's like when you complete the chapter of one book, the book itself is not finished. All you've done is you've completed one chapter, and all you have to do is turn the page, and one chapter is finished and the next chapter starts. And that's what a book is. A book is a continuous set of chapters until such time as the story is complete, until such time as the book is retired. Okay, so that's what the World card represents. The World card represents this accomplishment, this achievement, this attainment, this completing one journey, one area, one segment of life in order to start the next. And that often comes with these kind of, I'm going to call them human epiphanies, these understandings, these comprehensions, these kind of, putting things into perspective as to the point of life. What is the point of life? If only we knew. So, Sag, we also have the Nine of Pentacles for you. And the Nine of Pentacles is what I refer to as the opulence card. Opulence is excess. Opulence is extra. Opulence is, it's not just about bulk. It's not just about excess, but it's about the finest of the fine. So, you can have a gold ring, or you could have a gold ring, an opulent gold ring versus a simple gold ring. So this is the card of opulence. This is the card of, just living the best, having the best, experiencing the best. And I do believe, Sag, that this is something that we all work towards. You in particular, we all work towards this. And this week, this is what you're going to be working towards. But in order to work towards that, you're going to have to, repeat a couple of cycles. You're going to have to repeat a couple of experiences. You're going to have to go through the motions. But if you keep bringing and reminding yourself, I am crown, I am crown. Keep reminding yourself of your crown chakra, your connection to the divine, because nothing is possible without a connection to the divine. Whatever that is for you, whatever your religious belief is, nothing. And if you do not have a religious belief, that is okay too, because that's a belief in itself. And nothing in this world is possible if we don't have some form of understanding of why, how, who, when, and what. The Knight of Pentacles, Sag, is the card, and if you look at this particular knight, he's not moving, all right? The horse is standing still. The knight is sitting still. There is no action. There is no movement, because he's preparing, he's planning, he's strategizing. He's looking to see what lays in front of him. He is surveying the land in order to better understand it, so that he can better make good choices as to how he's going to proceed. So he is thinking, crown chakra. He is thinking, he is absorbing, he is comprehending, he is gaining. He has come to a certain point. He has achieved a milestone. And he's at a point now and he's saying, okay, from this point, where do I want to go? I want the easiest, simplest, best, most fabulous route, because who wants to take, as the crow flies straight? Let's rather, have an experience. Let's rather be opulent. Let's rather be excessive, because that is what it means to be human. So Sag, if I sort of put this all into simple terms, I think this is Spirit saying to you that this week you are going to be looking at your life. You are going to be questioning the point, the purpose. You are going to be questioning the who, the what, the when, the how, and the why. And you might find yourself wanting to steer yourself in a different direction because of your knowledge, your understanding, and your comprehension of all of that. So it looks like an interesting week for you to put things into perspective and to gain understanding of what it is that you actually want out of life. So Sag, wishing you just the best week ever, with love and blessings from my heart to yours. And until we connect again, take care. Capricorn, hello and welcome. Let's get into your reading and see what the week ahead has in store for you. So Capricorn, we're starting off. First of all, happy birthday. Before I forget, I always forget. Happy birthday, Capricorn. To those of you who are celebrating your birthday in this week, a very, very special happy birthday to you all. I do hope that this is just the best week for you. I do hope that this is an amazing week for you, full of everything that you've wished for yourself. Happiness, joy, abundance, and all of that. So Capricorn, I am shuffling the I Am Power cards. These are affirmation cards. Going to get a single card, which is going to be your affirmation for the week ahead. And here we have your card. So let's have a look, Capricorn. What is your affirmation for the week ahead? You have got, I am thankful. Oh, I love that for you. I love that for you. That is amazing. So Capricorn, if it is, well, all Capricorns are having a birthday at this period, but if your birthday's already been, I'm sure you are incredibly thankful for the experiences that you had, thankful for the life that you've lived. I'm shuffling the tarot while we chat. You know, birthdays do tend to bring a lot of gratitude and a lot of moments of reflection and things like that into it. If your birthday is this week, you know, you're going to be thankful for that as well. So yeah, I am thankful is definitely a beautiful affirmation for the week ahead. Maybe in your birthday celebrations, maybe your birthday celebrations have been so great and so busy and so phenomenal that maybe you've forgotten to take time to practice gratitude. So take this as a reminder, Capricorn, that being thankful and practicing gratitude is just something we should all be doing all the time. Right, tarot is shuffled. Let's see where, what, who, and how do we need to be thankful this week. So card number 1 we have is the Fool. Love that for you, Capricorn. Card number 2, always the Lovers. This is looking lovely. And card number 3 we have is the 3 of Pentacles. Okay, so Capricorn, what I get from these 3 cards for you is that obviously birthdays are the end of a cycle and the beginning of a new cycle. And that's what the Fool card is all about. The Fool card is about stepping into the unknown. The Fool card is about, you know, having trust and having faith and having belief that everything is going to work out exactly as it needs to. The Fool card is the card that says to you, we're not going to get too stuck in our heads around thinking and exploring and understanding. We're just going to step boldly, okay? Knowing that we are safe. The Lovers card is about union, it is about togetherness, but it is also about choice. And to add on to that, it's about the consequences of choice. So what this is saying to you, Capricorn, is to understand that yes, you are embarking on a new adventure. You are embarking on a new cycle around the sun, okay? It's a brand new year for every single one of you, and we are enthusiastic and we are, you know, eager and excited for what the year may bring. And the year is going to bring a lot of togetherness, a lot of union with people, understanding that, you know, working with and spending time with and connecting with people is the thing that matters most in this world. And the Lovers card is also saying to you, please understand the consequences of your choices. That if we make a rash decision that we may regret, there will be consequences for that. Just as there will be consequences for making a well-informed decision that works out well for you. There are consequences both to positive and to negative. We also have here, and I'm going to put it all into perspective shortly, the next card we have is the 3 of Pentacles, and the 3 of Pentacles is the card of teamwork, collaboration. It's the card of understanding that each person that you spend time with bring a different energy to the mix, and we don't all bring the same energy, because can you imagine, let's take a retail store as an example. We all understand how a retail store works in the broader scheme of things. So if you imagined a retail store that was full of tellers, full of people who were sitting at the tills, operating the tills, and that was the only staff they had nobody else. So they had, I don't know, 40 tellers. They didn't have a single supervisor. They didn't have a single person, what do they call them, merchandisers, the person to put the stock on the shelves. They didn't have somebody at the back end to receive the stock, to all of that, and they didn't have management to oversee the stock flow, to plan the prices, to do all, like they didn't have any of those people. They only had tellers. How positive and successful would the shop be? Well, I can tell you it wouldn't be, because nobody would be buying anything, because there would be nothing to buy. So the Three of Pentacles is about collaboration. It is about teamwork. It's about understanding that in order for everything to function cohesively, we need one person doing that, one person doing that, one person doing that, etc. And you, Capricorn, are one of those persons. Okay? You are one of those persons. And when we put those kind of things into perspective, we need to practice gratitude. Let's bring gratitude back into it. We need to be thankful that there is a role that you can play, that there is something that you can do, that you do contribute to the bigger scheme of things in one way, shape, form, or another. Whether you are self-employed, whether you have a job, whether you are studying, it doesn't matter what your circumstances, you play a part in a bigger picture. And if you can see that part that you play, and if you can understand the connections that you have with people, and that everything needs to be mutually receptive, and you can still be excited about stepping forward, then you know that you're stepping into an amazing year. Then you know that you're doing something right. But it all comes down to practicing gratitude. It comes down to understanding that you on your own cannot achieve everything. You cannot be all things to all people all the time. It's just not possible. It's just not possible. But when you understand collaboration, working together, union, choices, experiences and opportunities, and you can practice gratitude for that, you attract more of that to your life. And Capricorn, that's what it's all about. That, my darlings, is what it's all about. With love and blessings from my heart to yours, and until we connect again, take care. Aquarius, hello and welcome. Let's get into your reading and see what does this week ahead have in store for you. It's almost birthday period, isn't it? Next week is birthday period for all Aquarius. All right, so shuffling the I Am Power affirmation cards. Just giving it one more shuffle. We are looking for a single card, Aquarius, that is going to be your affirmation for the week ahead. Okay, there we go. Happy with that shuffle. Keep them together. Let's cut. All right, Aquarius, let's see. What is the affirmation for your week ahead? Your card is, I am present. Oh, I like that. I am present. I'm going to leave it over there while I shuffle the tarot and while we chat about I am present. You know, Aquarius, the first thing that comes to my mind with that is the fact that we need to engage, we need to participate, we need to be interactive with our environment, with our situations and with our circumstances, with the people in our lives. We need to be present because you know what, sometimes we can get so caught up in our own reality. Sometimes we can be so caught up in our own needs, wants and desires that we sort of forget to be present, especially this time of the year. You know, we are still early in January. So everybody's on about, you know, their goals for 2024, you know, their resolutions, their goals, what do they want to achieve? And sometimes we can get caught into thinking about the future that we forget to live in the present. And to me, this card coming through for you, Aquarius, is basically saying, yes, we need to be thinking about the future, of course. We need to have a strategy and a plan of where we're going to go and what we're going to do. But it's also just as important to live in the now, to live for today, to be present. So let's see what the tarot wants to contribute towards I am present. First card we have is Temperance. Second card we have is Strength. Oh, interesting. And the third card we have is the Two of Swords. All right. So Aquarius, Temperance. Now, Temperance is a fascinating card because Temperance is the card that says to you, you know, no matter what you're doing, no matter what you're facing, no matter what you're going through, it's about trying to find balance. Now, if we look at this angel of Temperance that we have here, Temperance is about equality. Temperance is about balance. Temperance is about, you know, just the right mix. And if we look at our angel of Temperance over here, they're pouring from two cups and they're trying to find, you know, how much does each cup need? How much does each cup want? What is equal? Okay, they're standing with one foot in the water and one foot on the ground. What does that do? Well, it keeps them balanced between the two opposites, between water and earth. It keeps them balanced between, because they haven't decided yet which way they want to go or what they want to do. And we don't always have to have that decision. We don't always have to know exactly what route we want to take. Sometimes it's about trying to find a balance between all of the roots. And if we look behind our, on the sides and behind of our angel of temperance, we've got an overgrown area here full of flowers, and we've got an open road over here that leads to the sun coming up over the mountains. So it's a long, easy road or a short, complicated road. That's basically what it comes down to. And sometimes in life, that's the best route. And sometimes in life, that is the best route. It depends on what the mix is as to what is right for you. And you need to not think about, oh, well, in the past, that worked for me. Or in the future, this is what I hope. It's about being in the now, asking yourself, in this moment, in this space, in this week, in this moment, what is the right option for me? And Aquarius, you have to dig deep to find courage, to find strength, to find stamina. Okay, so this is going to be a week full of challenges, full of surprises, full of opportunities, full of things that you need to process, things that you need to work through. And you are going to have to find your strength to stay present, to stay in the moment. And the reason why is because you've got a blindfold on. That was pause for effect, right? Can you see that she's got a blindfold on? So we're sitting at the water's edge. We can see that the water is slightly choppy. You can see all the little wavy lines there. And if you've ever been at the edge of water, of choppy water, there's an energy that comes off, and it's almost like a little bit of a disruptive energy, isn't it? So she sits on this little stool, and she's got these two incredibly large swords that she's quite willing and able and capable of using. And she's protecting her heart space. She's protecting her most vulnerable part of her body. She is in defense mode. Why? Because she can't see, she is imagining the worst. She is not present. She's in her head. She is not present. She's not in this moment. If she was in this moment, she would remove her blindfold. She would dig deep and find the courage to face what is right in front of her, and then to be able to see, okay, so how much is enough? So Aquarius, you for this week is going to be about having to face some uncomfortable truths. You're going to have to take your blindfold off. You are going to have to face your biggest fears. And you're going to have to stay in the present moment, not think about, oh, but in the past everything worked out, or in the past everything got completely crazy, or like, no, we need to stay in the now. We need to stay in the present, because the truth lives in this moment. The truth lives in this space. The truth does not live in yesterday or in tomorrow. The truth lives in today. So this week, every time things are a little bit uncertain, a little bit insecure, a little bit overwhelming, just take a deep breath and say, I am present, I am present, I am present. And make sure that you are looking honestly and truthfully at whatever is right in front of you. Make sure that you are being as brave as you possibly can, and make sure that you are temperancing, finding balance and harmony in your actions. And if you can do that while being fully present in that moment, everything is going to be just fine. Everything will be just fine. So Aquarius, with love and blessings from my heart to yours, and until we connect again, take care. Pisces, hello and welcome. Welcome to your week ahead TarotScopes. Let's get into your reading and see what does this week have in store for you. So I am giving the I Am Power affirmation cards a shuffle. We are going to grab a single card that is going to be your affirmation for the week ahead. Let's cut the deck and take a card off the top. Right, Pisces, your affirmation for the week ahead is, I am independent. How fabulous is that? I am. And I love how the colors are quite bold and quite strong, and quite independent. Oh, I love it. All right, Pisces, I'm going to leave that one there, and let's shuffle the tarot while we chat about I am independent. So please don't jump to the conclusion that this is Spirit telling you that you haven't been independent in the past, because that's not the case at all. This is Spirit just wanting you to remind yourself and to keep reminding yourself as you go through this next week that you are independent, that you are capable, that you are strong, that you are amazing, and that you don't need anybody. You don't need anybody's validation. You don't need anybody telling you anything about yourself, because you are strong, you are wonderful, you are amazing, you are independent, and the most important thing is you are capable of doing things for yourself, by yourself, with yourself. All right, let's see what the tarot wants to add. Cutting the deck. Okay, card number 1 from the Tarot, Pisces, we have the 8 of Wands. Card number 2, oh, I like it, 9 of Pentacles. And card number 3, oh, is the 10 of Swords. Okay, so 8, 9, 10. By the way, there is progression. There is movement. There is... All right, let's have a look at this, Pisces. So we start off with the 8 of Wands. 8 of Wands is the card that says to you, everything is already triggered. Everything has already begun. Everything has already started. There is movement. There is progress. There is action towards an outcome that you have already set. Nothing has landed yet. Nothing has completed yet. It's still in motion. And all you have to do is wait and be a little bit patient. But understanding that you have done everything that you need to and everything that you should in order for things to develop in this way. But patience, it's already in motion. You've already triggered it. You don't have to start anything new. You don't have to do anything. Allow things to materialize in their own time. But set high expectations, okay? Don't settle for mediocrity. Don't settle for a simple. So if you are, for example, and I'm just going to use a very, very simple example here. So you are in the mood for something sweet. So you go to the shop and you want to buy yourself a chocolate. Don't buy the tiniest little piece of chocolate and think, okay, that's sufficient, that's enough. This is the card that says to you, buy the whole slab, eat the whole slab. You know what? And buy like the Lindt chocolate, buy the best, the fanciest, the top of the range, because you deserve that. This is the card that says to you, don't settle for a small piece when you can have the whole thing. Don't limit yourself in any way, shape or form. And I mean, chocolate is a bad example. Excuse me, not encouraging anybody to develop diabetes. But whatever it is that you're working through this week, do not settle for anything less than what makes your heart truly happy. Because you are independent. You get to make the decisions and the choices for yourself. You are not controlled, restricted or limited by anybody. You are strong enough to make those decisions for yourself because you understand yourself better than anybody. So let's address the elephant in the room. We have the 10 of Swords. Nobody likes the look of that card. Nobody wants to experience that card. But you know what? Life, unfortunately, is full of these kind of knocks. Life is unfortunately full of these moments of just wanting to throw your hands up in the air and say, I give up. Because life is hard. I mean, come on, Pisces, let's be honest. Life is not easy. It's not a walk in the park. It's not, something simple and easy. Life is pretty tough. And the 10 of Swords is basically saying to you, when things don't go according to plan, when things don't work out the way that you want them to, you always have 2 choices. Choice number 1 is to throw your hands up in the air and give up. To throw in the towel and say, I'm done. That is choice number 1. And it's a valid choice. Choice number 2 is to, while resting, while lying there, even if it's incapacitated, while you're lying there, to allow yourself the chance to heal, allow yourself the chance to regain strength, and allow the sun to come up. That's the yellow that you see over there, because in so doing, opportunities will present themselves. But while you're still in the darkness of the night, you can't see opportunity, you can't see the way out. And that's when we tend to panic. That's when we tend to get nervous. I Am Independent is also telling you that don't wait for some knight in shining armor to come along and to save the day. You are the only one who can save you, because you're the one that's triggered your situations. You do need to give yourself permission to have more, to be more, to want more, to just be more. And when things get bad, when things don't go according to plan, understand that you have choice. You have the choice to either give up, throw in the towel and move on, in which case, lesson learned, we suck it up, we deal with it and we move on, because you are independent, because you are strong. Or you can just rest while you're lying there, while your body heals, while you regain strength, while you regain your composure, to come up with new strategies on how to try it again, but from a different angle, so that you don't have the same experiences. But it all comes down to understanding. And I'm not saying that you are alone, Pisces. It's not. It's just that you get to make decisions for yourself. You do not need to make decisions or let other people make decisions for you. You are independent, you are strong, you are capable, you are powerful, you are fantastic. Yes, sometimes life throws us curveballs. I put a post up onto social media this week, I think it was on Friday, about curveballs. If you haven't already seen it, I do encourage you to go and look at it, because I think this is exactly the message for the Ten of Swords for you. It's basically saying that you must not give up too quickly. Opulence is available to you. Excess is available to you. A life of excessive luxury is available to you. You've triggered this. You've initiated this. This is your life. You've created this for yourself. Now allow it to develop and to manifest in the way that you want. Don't allow yourself to be influenced and affected when things go slightly wrong. You are strong, you are capable, you are independent, you are fierce, you are fabulous. Just be that. Pisces, so much love and blessings from my heart to yours. And until we connect again, take care.